fundamentally, you heard our panelists speak about what are the wings and what are the pillars that will help India drive towards Viksit Bharat. And innovation was touched upon, technology was touched upon, particularly mobile connectivity. AI was touched upon, and then we touched upon some of our historic assets like gold and agriculture. What I would like to hear from you is, what is your individual vision when you see your organization enabling Viksit Bharat? In what way are you helping India becoming a global superpower? What do you see as your role in achieving that larger vision?
I'm Praveen Shekhar. I'm the CEO of Global Software Solutions. We're a 26-year-old firm based in India, from Chennai, and we offer two primary solutions. One is our low-code platform. It's an AI-first platform that helps us build enterprise-grade apps in a really short span of time, and for which we have been awarded the Technology Awards this term. And we also offer a payment hub platform, which is a one-stop platform for all payment instruments, and we serve around 10 countries across the world today. So with our platform, we've done around more than 40 different payment systems, and we have operations in Kenya, across the East African market, the UAE.
40 different payment systems?
Yes, that's right. And thank you very much. And we've just started operations in the US. So, and I think the question that you've posed to us, all of us panelists, is extremely relevant. Yes, Viksit Bharat and being a developed nation is the primary goal for all of us until 2047. We have to reach that. And the way to reach that is to ensure that the output generated from organizations like us, the increasing consumption across the economy, are interlinked. Therefore, the ability for us to generate and produce our own products and services that cater to the local economy and global economy is what is going to generate our ability to reach that number. So, for us to get there, that native production is what is going to make a difference. And in terms of native production, for us as an organization, we believe our innovations in the AI-first low-code space, when we talk about using AI to help us translate a BRD document into an enterprise app. So in the traditional sense, if a payment hub or a large payment platform took a year to develop and a team of 40, 50 people to develop it, in the traditional sense of low-code, it probably would have done in half. 6 months, you should be able to do the same kind of payment platform with half the number of people. But with today's AI-first platform, where you're getting assistance from AI, not depending on AI, but assistance from AI, where it helps you translate the requirements into what we call as fabrics or diagrams. That's our approach. And we kind of create layers into how a UI looks or a workflow looks. Therefore, there is a human-in-the-loop accountability. So when you just depend on AI, it has a probabilistic approach to a deterministic problem. Meaning, we want an answer either 0 or 1, and we have to know exactly the steps that took to reach that answer. And every time you ask the same question, the steps should be the same to the same answer. But in today's AI world, considering the way large language models are defined, it's a probabilistic approach. So it will find 2 or 3 different approaches even though it reaches the same answer. So the question is the same. The way the answer is derived is different, but the answer is also the same. So this is the probabilistic nature of AI today. So how can any organization, we have representatives from banks here, how will they productionize that? How can they trust in ensuring it goes into production? Who can take accountability and ownership? That's the problem we are trying to solve. So we're trying to say, let's take the benefits of AI. So what was 1 year has already become 6 months because of a low-code approach. What is 6 months can become 3 months or even 6 weeks in an AI-first approach. But the way it needs to be done is, still you need accountability. Still you need to ensure that there is a human in the loop where the AI speed may come down and we are now able to read the diagrams and take control and ownership of the entire process. So that's the approach that we are taking. And by doing this, I think Mr. Sundar Krishnan was also talking about a unified platform where people are trying to modernize. But I think we are also a strong believer of that. So when you talk about whether it's a payment platform, whether it's a CRM system, and automation, the way that things have evolved is over the last 20 years, different products were built for different purposes using different technologies, and there is certain overlay in processes and services also. So if one were to re-engineer, now would be the best time. So in an AI first world where you have a unified way of looking at all your entire landscape, you have AI nodes helping you with decisioning then and there, but still creating accountability. So we have to create a re-engineered process, which is the end product, and an accountable way to deliver that end product.
Okay.
That's the approach that we are taking.
Sounds good. My takeaway from this is AI, and he and Praveen and his team are using AI to accelerate using low code and all that technologies, but they're at least maintaining the trust and perhaps accelerating the trust. Because as you get more probabilistic with the technologies, you need to have more trust. I'll give an example, a very low level there. 2 plus 2 is always 4 on a calculator. In the AI, you are not sure what it will give you and how it will derive that answer. So I think that's a way of thinking about bringing in trust with AI. AI is very good at hallucinating. Given a choice, it rather hallucinate.
So I'm Dwani Mehta. I am founder of Opportune Technologies Private Limited. We are an HR tech company. Primarily, what differentiates us from other HR tech company is basically we are looking at HR for business growth. So how does HR help in business growth? Let me start with a very, very latest example of this web series that's come made in India, titled. Yeah.
Yes.
It's all about leadership. Yeah, the leadership's faith in doing something, and that's nothing but human resource. And that's the angle which we get into the HR tech platform. Okay. We integrate business with HR. So it's not just an HR platform where it's about attendance, leave, payroll, but it's integration of business need with HR, and then there is an output which helps you to take decisions. Today, India is moving towards a very, very progressive front, and we all talk about 2047 as Viksit Bharat. One of the important things which should include here is governance and compliance. And that's what of late we have integrated with our systems. Any businesses to sustain on a long-term basis needs governance and compliance globally, not only locally. And with the integration of compliance component, especially on the labor side, with the new wage code coming in, and even the maintenance of the previous current existing codes, right? Or your gratuity act code, or your PF codes, or your shop and establishment code, or matter of anything from POSH to anything. Right? Right now, people are not even aware of what type of registers you need state-wise, local authority-wise. So this complete checklist is now inbuilt as a knowledge base inside the system. And once the payroll or attendance is generated, it automatically makes you compliant ready. So that's the power that we are using here of AI here with the knowledge of AI. Checking your audit before you send it to the auditors, your big 4 auditors. The system itself will audit and tell you that you are 95% compliant, and these are the 4 gray areas.
So, okay.
So this is where we are building towards. So that's on the compliance side. On the human side, of course, with the power of AI, we are able to find out productivity, performance management, the setting of OKR, setting up of goals, catching the pulses of the industry and the employees. Retaining of the good talent inside the organization is as critical. And that's what we are able to capture through AI and pulse monitoring mechanism using the HR technology. And of course, then again, the outputs are related to your performance incentives or retention bonus or flexi pays, taxation planning. All this is part of the integrated solution. So that's where we are focusing on integrating business with HR and not just giving a vanilla HR systems to you. That's what we are doing.
So as from my perspective, business variety has increased tremendously, and HR variety has increased tremendously. Earlier, when I was thinking of getting into college, there were only 3-4 options. Today, the number of options is unlimited. And I think for any entrepreneur or any business, choosing what direction to go in is easy, but finding the right people on the journey, managing that talent, managing the team, all that becomes a challenge. I'm talking even for a 20% company like ours, you have to give attention to each individual and not club them, okay, this policy applies to everyone randomly. So it becomes very, very dynamic. It's very personalized. And that's the name of the game, I think, for success today. And India, if India can personalize for 1.4 billion people, imagine how much power that generates for our economy. So lovely to have these thoughts from you. Avinash, let's hear from you.
So I am Avinash from Virtual Galaxy Infotech Limited, Nagpur. We started a journey from Nagpur, and a lot of discussions has been happening how the Viksit Bharat is going to be there. So basically we are a technology company. We started with giving software to a cooperative banks in societies where the bottom line of customers are there. Because everybody talks in terms of metros and everything. So we are very deeply rooted into a rural economy. With that, working with the cooperative banks and all, we also interact with the various agri-waste industries and all these things. So agriculture and banking is very, very connected over there. So in our solution, we are always trying to put a last person in a mind, and then we deliver a solution or develop a solution or solutions. So now we are a listed company.
Okay, great.
And we have an entire banking gamut, including core banking, loan management, loan origination, loan recommendation, and along with the cybersecurity as well. With the digital channels, that mobile banking and internet banking is also there. We are having 100 plus banks onboarded on our platform.
Wow. Okay.
We are also present in Africa, 4-5 countries in Africa like Tanzania, Malawi, Botswana, Zimbabwe, where our solutions are key. So our basic to bring India as a developed country, our vision is that we will develop a solution for our country, we will test it, we will deploy it, and then we will sell it to the other part of the world, where the real growth of India can come from the export and all these things. So we are always trying to give a chance to a local guys. We have a large workforce from Nagpur itself. Around 80% workforce, we have 500 team of people. So 400 people are only from the Nagpur. Those who got deployed over there and developing the solutions for India as well as the world. So our focus is to capture countries where the countries are developing, not a developed countries.
Right.
So we are trying to bring solutions for developing nations along with the India, and we are trying to give the experience of India to our developing countries. That's what our vision is, and we want to contribute to a smallest people on a planet. That's our vision. Thank you.
So the beauty of thinking of solutions like this is they're very decentralized. The whole concept is like a democratic ecosystem, that there are lots and lots of decision makers who can localize what is needed in different geographies, different age groups, maybe different communities. And I think developing countries would like that rather than a very rigid or centralized system, which typically is what you see in most of the developed countries. So that nuance, I think, makes a lot of difference. Accessibility goes up. And of course, India, one thing fairly unique about India is a large number of languages. There's one large language model, but India itself is a large language model. Large people, large language, large everything model. So when things are large, you have to look at it in a different perspective. Good to see this approach from Avinash and his team. Let's move on. Arvind, no?
Thank you, Manoj. Yeah, a very good morning, and I really want to thank three gentlemen to set up my conversation very easy. So I'm going to comprehend from where you left. So whether it's we as a company, XPT, whether it's from the solution as a software or HR functions, and even giving a comprehensive platform for PFSI for the developing country, three things are very important. One, how you are making those things in a digital form. That's where your vision has to transform. We do provide that vision transformation. And the next, when you're talking solutions, when you're talking HR, when you're talking a platform for a developing nation, the second most important thing is the data. How you're going to manage the data. So XBT does DMS also, database management system. And the third, I am the CISO and global head for cybersecurity for XBT. We do have a separate vertical where we provide one roof. I think you will get all security there.
Okay.
So all these things, we do have product. And since I am from Chennai and I'm talking in Mumbai, where AI is already there in the name. Chennai and Mumbai. So we are
Mumbai and
Chennai,
both.
yeah. So AI is the native core of us. Whichever, and in both things, it's not about just the analytics. We also develop the product by forecasting the trending too. That is very important, right? Today I'm good. How you could be in next 3 years? In quantum is coming into the picture, your intelligent SOC coming into the picture, and CTM, threat exposure management coming into the picture. How well as a company you sustain for next 5 years? So it means the vision should be for next, at least for 5-6 years. So we as a company has a native core products, plus the SME who supports the product. It's not only just the AI, we do have an expert panel, I mean my team very well sitting there. They are in the back, but they are actually doing the front-end job for the company. So just on the lighter note, because we talk so much of technical. So three things we generally see, like we are losing continuously in Ireland and England, right? So what we miss is three. One, what is the pitch? What is the condition? Which is perimeter. We do perimeter security.
Okay.
The number two is, in this perimeter, what all the players you have to choose?
Okay.
That is bill of materials. We do that. And the next is, everything is done. What would be the best score? To score or to defend? That is data. Right?
Interesting.
So these three things, we do, since DPDPA into picture, and it's going to get mandate in 27 June, that we are prominently started giving the services to many customers,
Super.
where we, touch wood, we have saved them for the penalties of data breach. We made effort to make sure the data is safe, secure, and proper methodology and algorithm has been placed periodically.
Super.
And
Which all countries are you present in?
so Dubai we are in, and a few parts of US we are talking in. India we do have in 4 cities.
Okay.
And the main and most important thing is the TPRM, and add on the feathers on XPT is we are 13 empaneled.
Okay.
We are prominently working on certain projects. We are closely associated with the initiative which, I mean, I'm holding some comments here, which definitely goes towards pan-India,
Okay.
what we do right now.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And when you talked about data and forecasting, I'm reminded of another thing that has been India's historical privilege. You've had this astrologers kind of community who look at your data from the day you were born. And they can tell you virtually all the important things that are going to happen in your life.
Apart from life partner, everything will be correct.
So for that, they have to match to Janampatris and maybe more than two, whatever the case may be. I'm not an expert, but that was the thought at the back of my mind, that historically, we Indians have been conscious about data and about using the data to create some kind of meaningful forecast. The lovely conversation, I think, hearing from all four gentlemen about their respective approaches, their vision on how they are aligning with the golden future that we want for India. Thank you all very much for joining us.